Another summit between North Korea and the United States seems to be taking shape. But the problem now is how quickly the differences between the two sides can be narrowed at working-level negotiations. The North Korean Foreign Affairs Ministry issued a statement yesterday that appeared to demand the removal of U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo from the negotiation team. Here's a look at what led to that statement.
The North Korean Foreign Affairs Ministry criticized U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo in an official statement by the ministry's spokesman. The communist state claimed no matter how hard the leaders of Pyongyang and Washington work to establish new relations, it would be difficult to expect improved bilateral ties or work towards denuclearization as long as there are American policymakers that are hostile to the North. The regime took issue with the top diplomat's recent remark about sanctions leading to dialogue. Sanctions are considered hostile acts against North Korea, and Pompeo is the lead overseer of that policy, according to the North's leadership. North Korea had blamed the U.S. Secretary of State for the summit's failure immediately after the Hanoi talks. Pyongyang appears to have made public its dissatisfaction with its dialogue partner prior to working-level negotiations, and essentially has asked Washington to replace him. Since the vice chairman of the Workers' Party of Korea, Yong-chol, took responsibility for the failed summit and resigned, Pyongyang wants Washington to reciprocate by replacing Secretary Pompeo and forming a new negotiation team. Since it's very unlikely that the U.S. would meet North Korea's demand, this move is regarded as an attempt to get a jump start and take charge of the situation ahead of resuming talks.
중요한 협상을 앞두고 기선을 제압하는 차원에서 경고성 메시지를 보낼 필요가 있다는 그런 판단을 한 것으로 보여집니다.
North Korea also stressed that it doesn't care about sanctions and that America shouldn't assume otherwise. It also appears North Korea has learned its lesson from the Hanoi summit not to push too hard for sanctions removal. The regime intends to ask for other reciprocal measures to resume negotiations.